Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday evening here, and I usually do this on Monday, but I'll do it now. The shipping sector. We looked at it last week. It looked fantastic. And what a week. No one is talking about it, but it had an amazing week, more or less across the board. And I think it's a very underlooked sector that not many people are invested into. The dividends that they pay are insanely good. So yeah. Let's get into the charts here in just a moment. As always, like, subscribe, do your thing if you like the content. I will be happy to have a thumbs up, subscription, all that good stuff. You know what to do. And yeah, shipping, man, really, 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 really strong. Excuse me. And yeah, the BDRY again down a bit this week. Doesn't really matter. You know, we had this big pop here, and now we're coming back in, and we are basically in the name of the game, higher highs and lower lows. The target is still 4,230, give or take. And and yeah, Baltic Dry Index looks fantastic, really does. It really, really does. This was the pivotal moment, you know, taking out that neckline, breaking out retest resumption, and this is just beautiful. The BDRY again looks insanely, insanely good. We had that breakout here. Let's go to the daily. Huge breakout of this golden channel coming down here. Massive retest resumption. And now we want to get back above that breakout high right there. And going to the weekly again, you can actually see it's a big level, right? It's a big level with multiple interactions. So roughly 10.3 is a massive level to get above. And when we do, that will be where we see things really get going. I would prefer, as mentioned last time, that if we can get that move down here and then we pop, then you have a beautiful confirmed bottoming pattern, that inverted head and shoulders. But again, this week was very, very strong. Friday up roughly 7%. And yeah, beautiful stuff here across the board. SBLK, I really, really like this chart. And why? Let's go to the daily. We had that overwhelmingly big head and shoulders looming in the dark. We didn't break down from the neckline. You can see here, it didn't break even once. We broke up, bull flag, and now we're breaking higher again. And it's just a beautiful chart here. It really, really is. So yeah, again, SBLK looks fantastic here. The dividends, 7%, beautiful. And yeah, it's pretty easy right now. If you were to get in, or if you are in, the stop loss should be below that neckline. In my view, it's quite simple. If we, for some reason, against my view now, you start to crack down here, let's say, so we're not making a big higher high, then again, the stop loss should be at roughly 17. No doubt about it, in my view. CTRM, the most hated shipping stock that there is, I think, maybe next to sim, but yeah, you can see here we have this green support right here, and that was, you know, taken down here. Now we're coming in for a big move to the upside, maybe. And I say maybe because I added this one here across there, and excuse me, there it is, coming all the way down. You can see here we have the interactions coming away, almost hitting it here, almost, and then we hit it there, and now it looks like we want to pounce. As mentioned many times, getting above here is very, very bullish. So it still has some work to do, but this to me looks like it wanna pop here and have a go at that bigger long-term golden trend line. And then, in my view, if you were to get in, if we have that break, you buy the first pullback, maybe down towards the golden trend line, or if it forms a bull flag or an ABC correction. It depends on how you do it, but definitely all the hard stuff, the hard work is getting done right now, and yeah, not too bad. GLBS, the weekly here again. That was a huge surge. You know, we talked about the squeeze here. No one did, and it was a blast. And then we paused for a bit, and now we're coming higher. We are now above the major important $2.5 level. Very important to stay above here. Again, you can see some negative divergence here, so it's quite normal to do. You know, this move here is insanely strong, so the next move will very often be with less momentum. So don't be scared. It is all right, but you can see here breaking out above that 2.5, and now we're trying to reach high once again. I think this one is a bit, for my personal taste, a bit stretched here. It's a bit more high for risk. You can see the distance down to the 30 weekly is quite stretched. So I would prefer, if I were to get in, that we get a longer bullish consolidation, let it catch up, and then you can have a move. It might happen up here, right? But still, that would be preferred to have some sort of longer base, longer consolidation, and then you enter. This to me is still a bit early. Not early, but it's a bit, yeah, I don't know the exact word. It's a bit stretched to me. So again, but it is strong, you know. If you have your position from here, or you broke that flag here and you're in, beautiful, beautiful. Don't overthink it. Also here we have safe bulkers. We have talked about all this previous history again. We're now working on that midline right there at roughly, let's call it roughly $4, give or take. And yeah, also a great chart. The entry we looked at was here, that tiny squeeze there after the false breakdown. And you can see here, zooming out, we have a big, beautiful golden resistance coming down there. That is the very, very long entry when we get there. And I think we will. It looks very constructive here. And yeah, I really, really, as mentioned, you know, 2 weeks ago, or last time we talked, it looked really, really good. And I think we have had a great confirmation this week. D naught here again, just working on that uptrend line here. Going to the daily, just to get a bit of more detail. You can see here we are bouncing once and now twice double bottom possibilities. And now we want to pop here, and then we want to go higher. We want to take out, you know, that W midsection right there. And then we are going to visit that blue line, in my view, if we get there. But definitely, it's really trying to hold these levels. And if it doesn't, if it gets below that uptrend and the green zone, then it's very bearish. But it is trying to hold on. Also, given that formation right there, you know what that is. So I think if we get above 331, that's a big level. The 32 maybe. That's a big one to get past. EGLE did pop big time here. You can see I wasn't too happy about it because we had this move down here, came back above the blue neckline and then down again, and then we tried, and then we popped big time last week. So there's a lot of shorts right now here that is, if they haven't covered already, they will soon be needing to. And we're now trying to take that one out here. Very bullish. I wouldn't buy into this move here per se, because it has already on the daily been moving quite a lot, oversold. First pullback, if you want to get in, that's when you buy. Or if we pop it here, that's when you buy. So never buy into, we have like 6 days of green here. If you FOMO in here, I mean, I'm not saying that you're wrong by the move, but again, often you will experience right after you buy, you will experience a pullback, and you will maybe sell out and question your views only for it to having to pull back up again. So yeah, this is definitely strong, very, very strong move. But again, you will not buy into strength here. The Bollinger Bands does look quite nice here. You can see that squeeze and we're popping here. So in my view, any pullback that you can get, if we get like a 3-day red, boom, 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 that's enough for me to say, all right, it has. I'm getting a better entry and with a better risk reward. That's actually quite nice, that one right there, I will have to say. ESEA, also very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Not quite as strong as the others, but we're still above that bull flag. You know, we had some bullish consolidation here and we are moving higher. Again, as long as we're above that top bull flag there, there's nothing wrong with the chart. And to me, we have a rounding bottom here, and now we're just coming into all these tripwires, as you can see here. So again, beautiful. Also, the dividend is insanely good. GNK, I absolutely love this price action. There's no doubt about it. This is perfect stage 2 perfection. We talked about that green squeeze there some time ago. Came all the way up, pulling back, and now we're resuming again. We're bouncing up from the golden trend line. That internal green squeeze right there, and the 30 weekly, it doesn't get any better. It really doesn't. You can see it here on the daily. You know, we broke out all the way down, retesting a lot of stuff here, and now we're back above again. Insanely beautiful. Insanely insane. This could be the start of a major move. And as always, when you take out a triangle here, you are at least going, very often at least going to the triangle higher. GOGL, also quite nice. Last week looked really good as well. The week before, we had that red candle, and we talked about if we can get an entry here, that is just ideal, you know, at roughly $8. We didn't quite get there. We came down to 8.4. I'm not saying that we cannot go there before we go higher. That would be ideal to do that. Some sort of bull flag down, that would be stunningly. So if we have some sort of formation like this, maximum beautiful entry, stop loss somewhere below here, and you have a major, insanely good risk reward entry right there, and you can hold it for like a year or two, collecting 5% dividends. Meanwhile, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. DSX not looking the best. It has broken down from its neckline here. You still have that ugly mountain there, the topping pattern. And again, if we can get it down here at roughly 2.4, that's the best entry in my view. You can see here the breakdown, retest, resumption. That is not ideal. 30 weekly coming down. So again, that's the perfect entry in my view, roughly right there. Boat. So this is the ETF for global shipping. Very, very, very good price action here. This is the internal green squeeze that we looked at. And now we're just coming back above here again. We have a lot of highs here. So we haven't taken out, you know, 2023's pivot highs right here. But definitely that is a major, you can see the red candle there. And then we're just engulfing it completely with even 1.5x more volume, breaking out again, trying to really get above these highs over here. So this is very constructive. If we can get above here, we will, in my view, easily charge here, and then hopefully bullish action here. Then we can actually have a big move in the boat. Also reflecting from the individual companies here. This is TNK. Again, it has already ran quite long, you know, from roughly 10 to 50. No one is talking about it, but from 10 to 50 in 2 years, that's a beauty. That's a home run. Insanely good. And as mentioned, I think we have one last move into that zone here between in the 60s, and then I think we will stall. Hopefully, just you're spending a long time there, and then we can move higher again. But you can see here how important that is. But man, from 10 to 15, 2 years, and you have collected dividends only 2%, but still. Meanwhile, I mean, that's if you can do that, you know, 5 times a year, then you're set for life, man. It's just it's beautiful. Just 2 times per year, it's insane. TORM here, still in that overall bear flag, breaking down, not ideal. Again, the best entry in my view is here at the lower trend line of the flag. 1, 2, 3. And no, this is not a head and shoulders buy. The neckline is sloping down, so it cannot be a topping pattern. This is more bullish sideways action, and at some point it has the highest probability of going higher. And if we can get it here, I'm not saying that you can, but if you can get it here at roughly, you know, 100, 135 give or take, then that's a beautiful entry. Stop loss below, easy as that. Yeah, INSW. Again, also same thing again here, you know, big move up from 13 to roughly 50. So that's like a 4x give or take, a bit more for the over 2 years time, collecting 1% dividend, not too bad. But again, nothing to write home about. We're still in this blue here. We came again, have a false breakout to the upside. However, this was a collapse, as you can see. This is more sideways to down. Looking at the daily, the bull flag is very much in the making, and if and when we break to the upside, which I think we will, given that beautiful symmetry, that is your long entry stops below. Quite easy. Looks very good. DHT. I think was it the one we talked about last week that had the best view? I think it was actually. Again, coming up here, breaking out hugely, actually breakout, retest, and continuation. Now we came into that green support there, 30 weekly. So that green double lower band here is holding. Beautiful stuff here. And last Friday we had that mega candle here. Boom. Double X the volume. Nice. And again, it's very easy to place the stop loss. It is right there. So yeah, it's just stunningly beautiful. 10% dividend. Again, if we can start to climb here, if we can start to climb up here for somehow, and then we pop, I think we have a good chance actually to visit that upper trend line right there. We are at 10 right now. So you're looking at, if we can get there with the same kind of symmetry, then we know in sometimes in 2024, it should be a double. Again, that's not too shabby. As long as we stay in that green uptrend, it's very beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. Again, it can also very quickly, but again, if we start to fade out and then crash here, that's, exactly what to do if that happens, if we start to break here, especially getting below there, then the thesis is wrong. Always use a stop loss when trading or investing. No doubt about it. You don't want to be holding the bag. STNG, zooming in here for the past 2 years, price action, bull flag in the making. We had that blue internal all the way up here, and now we're bouncing. Decent volume here. We can look at it here on the daily again, because this week was just so insane. And now we're coming back up again here. When and if we take out the high there, then in my view, we are going way higher. Way higher in this stock. Again, how high do we go? You guessed it. The first stop is the white horizontal support resistance there at roughly 64. But I think that will be a minor stop again. Then we will visit the bull flag high or the triangle high there. I think it will be a minor stop before we charge that long-term golden bad boy right there. And then we will see what happens. We could easily pull all the way down again, but still, I really like what I'm seeing now in the shipping sector. Funny enough, because everyone's talking about recession here in 2024, but shipping right now is just, I think it was one of the best performing sectors last week, the past 2 weeks at least. So yeah, Nat here again. This is not how I do the investing. I hate this bearish wedge. I like that sideways action, but again, that bearish wedge here is not how I play things. And we did get quite a reversal here, breakdown, and now we're back up again. So I'm not saying that it can go something like this, but these are not the patterns that I'm looking at in order to get in. What I'm waiting for is at some point in time, if you can break it here, I don't know when, then we will get interested in the stock. Maybe on the breakout or on that big retest that will come. FRO, again, the beautiful green uptrend is holding. Stunningly nice, 30 weekly still holding here. And if we can get back above that yellow parallel channel right here, you can see we had a bit of a peak above there, coming all the way down. Then it's all very, very fine. But it needs to speed up here. There's no room for pausing here, just going sideways. As soon as we break down here big time, then the uptrend is over. TGH, that one is broken. And no, excuse me, that is the one with the bid. Excuse me, never mind. It's just it broke here, and then there were a bid like 2 months ago. My bad. So nothing new to say. Sim looking better, still the worst of them all. No doubt about it. Long downtrend here. But this candle here is the biggest candle you can find going back until we actually had the IPO. So this tells me that buyers are stepping in. Volume is kicking in as well, you can see here. So we had volume down, then whoop. So this to me is a very good attempt of saying this is enough. And now we want to break out, and then we will see what happens. Ideally we want to pop it here, and then tiny pullback, and then we will do like that, and then boom, we will pop. Why? Because then we have a huge bottom that we can say, all right, that was the bottom really. So if we have some sort of formation like this, over the next few months, then you have an excellent entry at roughly 16, you know, getting above that white horizontal resistance. Again, this is just pure speculation. I'm not saying that it's going to do this, but again, that would be beautiful. For now, this is a statement saying this is enough. And yeah, we will see how we get there. But again, I would say this, though, that when and if we break here, there should be a lot of buying coming into the stock, because a lot of people are just waiting to really get above there. So definitely the shipping sector, very underlooked. No one is looking at it. Everyone's looking at crypto, uranium, gold and silver. Of course, uranium and gold and silver I like very, very much. Also crypto when the time is there. But shipping, I mean, you can get some really good dividends here in these stocks, no doubt about it. And you can hold them for like a year or two. Meanwhile, you have huge upside as well. So that's a bit of a double goodie. The only thing that worries me is everyone is calling recession 2024. If we have a recession in 2024, then the shipping sector should underperform. But right now they are showing signs that they are going to do insanely well until proven otherwise. So it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Definitely. There was some of the stock that we looked at last time had some big gains here. And I think we called 3 stocks last time that had great potential. And sure enough, they really went for it this week. Beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Long video. But again, I think there were a lot to discuss here, a lot to show, given how the past 2-3 weeks has been going for the shipping sector. I think we have turned a stone here, and is about to do something really, really good here for the next at least half a year. Guys, it has been my pleasure to be here. As always, stay safe, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.